Before I can tell you why I moved back home at 25 years old, I need to take you back to pre-COVID times. I had just finished my bachelor's degree in hospitality and tourism management, and I had just landed the sickest job of all time at my favorite brand, the Ritz-Carlton. I was gonna go work there as a food and beverage manager, but then everything changed when COVID hit. My dream job was terminated. I soon realized that normal was out of the question, and I slowly started to give up on my dreams and ambitions, which was really crippling to me. So I did the unthinkable. I got a job in the government of Canada. But I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was starting to get my life together and I was just having fun. I was boxing, going to the gym on my own time. I was playing video games like League of Legends and Valorant. Life was good. It was just like a good time because I felt like I had some stability. Now, I don't know what happened in the span of those 2 months. So I started asking myself, Issa, are you settling for a comfortable life? Is this really what you want? I had a mental breakdown and I started to feel like my soul was being sucked, like I was suffocating. And then it happened. My favorite hotel company sent me an email looking to hire for an employee position across the country in Kelowna, British Columbia. I said fuck the world and I accepted the position in Kelowna. So at the time, I wanted to know if I can truly make it on my own, living in a city away from home for the first time. But here's why I moved back home at 25 years old with my mom. The gratitude I had for my mother and everything she did for me was absolutely insane. I felt like a piece of shit, a piece of garbage, because I didn't appreciate my mom enough when I was living with her. Wow, it was crazy to actually understand the lengths and sacrifices and amount of freaking work it takes to run a family and a house. My mom is a fucking hero in my eyes, and I worship the ground she fucking walks on. So this experience taught me how to appreciate my mom more, and there's never a day where I don't tell my mom I love her and how grateful I am for everything she does for me, and I hope I can give her back the world. You know what it was? I realized even with the most beautiful beaches, mountains, views, and hikes, it didn't mean anything without my family and my friends. When you can share those experiences with others, there's just such a deep meaning to it, and that's one of my purposes in my life, to make deep, meaningful connections. I remember the first month when I was in Kelowna, I was like, this is the best city in Canada. I'm gonna convince my mom to come here. I'm gonna convince my girlfriend to come here. I'm gonna convince the whole world to move here because wow, this city is beautiful. But I realized I had a false sense of reality the first month there. And after 4 months of living there, I started to realize what is important and what is not. Family is everything, period. My mom, my brother, my sister, they needed me to come back and be a leader even though they never asked me to. I miss my brother so goddamn much. This guy is 10 years younger than me and I just wanted to see him. I wanted to just see him grow and be there as a guidance for him because he only had my mother and my sister. And then I realized I won't ever get this opportunity again to live with my mom and family, because in about 6 years, I'm gonna probably settle down. And luckily, my Middle Eastern culture supports kids staying at home with their parents until they get married. So yeah, there are a lot of those 30-year-old Arabs living in their mom's basement, not married yet. But instead of looking at it as a bad thing in American culture, it's actually a really good thing in Middle Eastern culture because it shows family values and it helps you so much financially to save your money and build yourself and build your life that you need with your future wife when you're ready to take on your own family. So that brings me on to my next point. The financial and male advantage you have of moving back home at 25 years old is insane. Put your fucking ego down and move back with your mom, because this is when your friends are buying nice cars, potentially homes, and they're getting their life together, and this will make you feel very, very insecure. And so I encourage all of you to move back with your parents because this will save you so much money in the long run. Why live a life right now that you want in terms of like car, houses, and material goods, consumerism, when you can live a life that you're proud of by saving as much as you can now to build the dream life that you want in the future? This is not to say that you can't build your dream life working a 9-to-5 job. I've done it before and I know I could have built my life like that. But this is the time where you bet on yourself, you save money, and you just invest every single penny back into you, your business, your health, your fitness, whatever you're trying to achieve. and go full at it for the next 5 to 7 years. When you put your head down from 25 to 30 and you just work solely on your discipline and your routine, I promise you, the fruits of your labor will actually reward you tenfold. Now, I haven't experienced this yet, but now after living with my mom for a year, I can see how much better my life can be. I'll give you an example. I've been able to save so much time because instead of using that time to clean and cook, I'm using it to go to the gym. I'm going boxing. I'm reading more books. I'm able to journal. I'm able to take on a lot more hobbies. And I can tell you right now, I promise you, I swear to God, this is the best I've ever felt in my life mentally and physically. I feel fucking amazing. I have so much energy in me, just ready to go and unleash throughout my day, starting at 6 a.m., ending at 10 p.m. Every day, I'm just ready to get after it. And this is because moving back with my mom has allowed me to save that energy and save that testosterone. The last thing I will leave you off with is that peace is not found on a vacation, on a beach, in another city. Peace is found within yourself, no matter where you are in the world. And peace for me is being at home with my family as much as I can. So I hope this helps, and I'll leave you off with this final message from my mother.
Okay, when you first told me you're moving out, it took a few days for that to sink in. You know, I didn't expect you to move out of the house. I felt very sad at the beginning. I felt like you're taking, like my peace of heart is just, gonna go away with you. But when I reflected and why you're doing it, I just had to be supportive and let go, leave my emotions on the side and support you, So it was hard for me because I'm very attached to you. But I started thinking about all the positives from this. I learned how to cope with the news and just live with it. And when you told me you're coming back, I was so happy. Not that, you want to come back, but I missed you and I wanted you to be part of the house again. I was hoping you have learned some independent skills on your own, You used to call me how to cook this, how to make that. So I was hoping you were more independent and you would come back more mature. And actually you did. So especially the first, few months, you were very helping me in the kitchen, helping me in the house.
Just the first few months?
But I saw that difference. And then you adapt and then you realize, this is normal now. But the first few weeks, I really noticed a huge difference. And I was just happy to have you in the house. It felt like my heart was back in place again. It was full.
Well, Mom, I'm more grateful to being back and I love you.
I love you too.
So move back with your parents, guys. You won't regret it.